Hey guys, what's up? This is Nils at Idaho Pulse. So we take you on tours around Idaho and especially in the Treasure Valley area, and today we're doing one in the city called Meridian. You may have been looking for houses, you may have been looking at areas, looking at pictures, looking at ads online, talking to realtors, trying to figure out what area you want to move to, what's going to be right for you and your family. It's going to be a video kind of showing you around the area of Meridian, showing you around the residential areas, new and old, showing you around like what we would call like the downtown type area, where the restaurants are, malls, that kind of stuff. Kind of show you the outskirts as well as the middle, and see if it's something you'd like to at least come visit and see if you want to make it home someday. If you could like and subscribe to our channel, that really helps us out. We can keep you up to date. When new videos come out, you'll get notified right away. So in the meantime, enjoy the video. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to let us know and we'll try to get back to you. We have a website called idahopulse.com, and if you want to get a hold of us, you can do that directly through the website. So anyways, in the meantime, enjoy the video and welcome to Meridian. Alright guys, so we're in Meridian right now and we're kind of towards the north end of Meridian, heading south right now on Eagle Road. So right now we are kind of heading towards more of like one of the kind of downtown areas. So Eagle's kind of the big main drag, as you might have seen in one of our previous videos if you watched like an Eagle video, for instance. If you go back towards the other direction from where we're going, so if you were going south right now, so if you went on the same road and turned around and went north, you would hit Eagle. You would start hitting Eagle in about 5 minutes or so. So for right now, we're just going to go ahead and start in the middle, kind of in the middle-ish area of Meridian. Meridian's pretty big, so we're going to start kind of towards heading towards what they would call the Village. It's a really nice looking outdoor mall area where they have a big fountain in the middle. They have some restaurants in there. They have a movie theater, some outdoor mall shopping, something similar to what you might see in some Southern California areas, some nice outdoor areas with some outdoor seating and stuff. So in the winter time, they have it set up with an ice skating rink. So you have, like, in the middle of it, you have Santa's workshop thing where they take pictures with Santa. Then they have like a skating rink, and I think it's by every half an hour. So I think you pay for your slot, you book it online. So that's really cool for the kids. So there's a lot to do around here in the winter and in the summertime. So right now, obviously, we're not going to see that, but we'll take a little walk around the mall and kind of show what that looks like. It's real pretty. So that's kind of the direction we're heading right now. On the way there, I mean, there's a lot of businesses on this road. So this is something that if you live in this area, you might come to. It's a little bit congested. Right now it's the middle of the day on a Monday. So it's not super, super crowded, but towards rush hour traffic, it does, rush hour traffic time, I should say, it does get a little bit busy. So right now we shouldn't have too much problem. But if you did live around here, you might come here for restaurants. There's a lot of stores, there's gas stations, and then that mall, obviously. The big question people have, if they know anything about Idaho, is there going to be a In-N-Out burger coming, especially if you're from a state like Nevada, California, that has In-N-Out. So they are building one. I don't believe they've broken ground, but this is the area they're going to put it in. So the In-N-Out burger is going to be on the left-hand side, kind of near the Chick-fil-A, which is on the left-hand side, and then there's the big village that we're going to go visit. So this is the area, and they're probably going to put more in. I don't know that they've actually specified where, but I'm sure they will. So, but this is going to be the first location right over here, just a big empty parking lot right now. So anyways, we're going to head that direction and take a look around. Yeah, so on the left-hand side here, we have that Chick-fil-A. The In-N-Out burger is supposed to be somewhere over here. I'm trying to remember exactly where. Somewhere in this area here. Might be that lot on the left-hand side, actually. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but there's a lot here. So that might be the spot there. So what we're going to do is we are going to take a left, and we're going to head this direction, kind of more towards the inner area where there's they have the village, and there's some car dealerships here. So this is Fairview, which is another large street that kind of intersects to Eagle. So you'll find a lot here. I think there's some big box stores over here. There's a Ross. The corporate headquarters for Albertsons, I believe, is in Idaho, in this area. And so their flagship store, they call it, which is their largest store, it's called the Marketplace. That's actually right over here on the right-hand side on Fairview. So if we take a left on Fairview on the right-hand side, it's going to be right in there. And it's just a massive, massive Albertsons. They actually have a full bar inside there, kind of like a mini cafe restaurant type thing where you can get your salad and sandwiches and food. And then you can actually take a beer or a drink and walk around the store and shop. So really kind of a different experience. So if you do come to visit, I'd highly recommend that. It's kind of a neat experience to be able to walk around the store with a beer. All right, so we're taking that left on Fairview right now, and then as you can see right here on the right-hand side, there's the Albertsons Market Street location, Bed Bath & Beyond, Office Depot, Ross, that kind of thing. A few restaurants here, as you'd imagine, in a big parking lot like that. So we take a left here. I believe this is entering into the village area. So I wanted to kind of walk around a little bit in there and just kind of show what that looks like. It's really kind of what I consider to be kind of the center point of Meridian. It's kind of a cool place to go. It's very busy. It's kind of some place that once you live here for a while, you kind of don't go there all that often, just because of how crowded it is. But it is really cool, especially in the wintertime. They have this hill, which the kids go sliding down behind the village. So there's a little park there with this massive hill. It's not massive, but to a kid it's massive. And then everyone lines up and kind of goes down with their toboggans and stuff. So it's a really cool place. Then you go in there and have some hot chocolate for the kids, grab a glass of wine or some coffee or something. So year round, this is a cool place to go, but it just gets a little bit crowded, I think, for someone who just wants to kind of go out and grab something to eat. I've seen 2-3 hour waits sometimes on like a Friday or Saturday to get a seat. So that's kind of the only downside. So we're going to take this roundabout, and then we're going to end up parking. So we'll go ahead and take a look around and show you around a little bit down in the village. All right, guys, so we're heading back towards Fairview here. I'm gonna go ahead and take a right back towards Eagle. So my thinking is that we'll go down to the freeway, go a little past the freeway, and go see kind of a little bit more of the southern end of Meridian, and go check out that side. Go check out by the water park, and there's a lot of shopping down there on that end as well. Big box stores, Home Depot, Walmart, that kind of stuff. Should go check out that side, and then make our way through some residential areas. Seems like if you go towards the outskirts, there's a lot more new stuff. And this area of Meridian, especially the center area, there's a lot of new development as well, just because it's such a large area and there just wasn't much here for the footprint. So there's a lot of building going on, and a lot of lots that haven't been started yet that have been kind of graded and have streets put in and stuff, but just no houses yet. So we'll go through and kind of see a few of those new neighborhoods that just kind of got started, ones that just got finished, ones that have phases that are being built, and then see some existing areas as well, stuff that's been here for a little bit. So we're heading, taking a left on Eagle, back going south again. We're heading towards the freeway there, so that's where we're going right now. And so now we're getting close to the freeway here. So again, there's a lot of restaurants and stores. There's a St. Luke's on the left-hand side there, right on the freeway here. And so now we're crossing over the overpass over the freeway here. All right, so we're just crossing over the freeway here, and we're going to take a right on Overland Streets. All right, so we're taking a right on Overland Road here. So this is kind of more of the southern end of Meridian here. So got some business parks here. Nothing that's a major attraction, I don't think, but the Wahoo's, which is like the family fun center that they have here, which is our kids' absolute favorite thing to go to. So if you have kids, that's something you'll probably want to check out if you come here. And then there's also a water park, which I'm not sure if it's still even open yet, because we're kind of at the end of the summer here. They may have closed it down. It's not cold by any means yet, but it's just not hot like it's been. So it may still be open. We'll see if we can tell. But definitely the Wahoo's, I believe that's open year round. So they have a bowling alley in there. They have kind of a restaurant bar thing for the adults. They have laser tag, and they have go-karts and miniature golf. And so it's really a cool spot. So on the left side, we have some apartments and some older housing communities here. So we'll have to go check some of those out. These are some of the little bit more established communities that are here. We'll go and turn left here and kind of show some of these houses. All right, so we took a left on Retriever. So this is a nice community. It's not anything new. It's been here for a little bit, maybe 20, 30 years. It looks like maybe early 2000s, maybe, judging by the builds. So nice clean neighborhood, nice big grass lawns and everything. So this is a nice, probably going to be a decent price point too, because it's not right in the middle. So looks like there's a park down there at the end. So this is a nice example of kind of a little bit more established neighborhood in Meridian, and it's kind of near all the big stuff to do. So it's it's kind of close to the Walmart and the Home Depot's down there, I believe, and there's the Wahoo's and the water park and stuff, and it's near the freeway. So this is not a bad location if that's something that's important to you, being somewhere close to the freeway so you can get around quicker, which I live in Stars, I've said in some previous videos, and it's nice being out away from everything, but also, anytime you're doing something. I was working on something over the weekend and had to run to Home Depot to modify my project a little bit because I ran into a problem, and it was about an hour and a half round trip, without exaggeration. Took me a half an hour to get to the Home Depot, about a half an hour to shop and do my exchange and returns and everything, and then half an hour back home. So it's about an hour and a half just to move on with my project. So It doesn't bother me too much, but it is something that you should keep in mind if you move here. You know, if you're not used to that kind of environment where you live a little further away from things. Something that I've experienced living here. So, okay, so now we're back on Overland, and we're heading towards that Wahoo's. So we have a church on the right-hand side, Treasure Valley Baptist Church, and a few little businesses here and there. So this is kind of a mixture. Got a big Coca-Cola distributor here. Kind of a mixed bag of retail and industrial, and then housing on the left-hand side, stuff that's been here for a bit. So this is kind of a little bit more established area. It's been here for a little while. Nothing new being built here, it looks like. So we have a Ford dealership coming up here on the right. Some more houses on the left. Looks like same kind of builds as the ones we just looked at. Similar styles, similar age. Approaching Meridian Road. And I don't know if you can see in the distance there the water park coming up. So on the right hand side we have, I'm not sure if the camera's catching it or not, but they're expanding the water park, so this whole area on the right-hand side over this direction here is going to be expanding the water park. So this is Roaring Springs on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, we have the Walmarts. They have a gas station there. And on the right-hand side here, we have the Wahoo's. So that's where that is. We have a really large RV dealer here on the right. So this section here is a lot of bigger stores here. So we're going to take a left on Linder Road. And so Linder actually continues across the freeway. You can't go that way across the freeway because there's no overpass, but it does continue. So that Linder Road is another major road that goes all the way north to Eagle. So on the other side of the freeway, you know, eventually it connects and it turns into Linder. So Linder's another road that you'll hear a lot if you live in this area. So this is a really clean, nice, newer area. So we have some CBH homes on the right. CBH homes typically look about the same, the neighborhoods, no matter where you are, whether it's Meridian, whether it's Star, whether it's Nampa. So I don't know if we really need to go in there. If you watch some of my other videos, I show the CBH communities. So this one is very nice, very clean, obviously very new. So you see a lot of houses that are just like this in Meridian. So this is a very popular style of homes. So a lot of the communities that I'm going to probably drive through, just by nature of the fact that they're everywhere, these kind of houses are everywhere. So, but really nice. I really like the architecture of these homes. They're not cookie cutter. They don't look the same. They're not like planted one after the other. They do recycle the floor plans, obviously, but the colors change. You can kind of customize sometimes. I have some friends that bought homes in Meridian with builders similar to this. I'm not sure which builder this is. I didn't catch it. But you can modify, you know, if it has a loft in the garage or not, or if it has another bedroom, or if it's an office or not. So they do tend to be a little bit different from home to home, but the basic layout, they probably have 5 or 6 that are recycling. So if we take a left on that same road here, just to kind of show a little bit more of what the neighborhood looks like. So all the trees are pretty new. You can see they've just been planted not that long ago. So these will look really nice once they grow in a little bit. And then we have Victory Middle School on the left-hand side here. So really close to this community here. Nice looking school. Looks like it's pretty new. All right, we're crossing over into another community here. So this one's got the full-grown trees in it, and this is a very nice community, though. Very, very lush and green looking, very well-kept area. Houses have a nice style to them. Probably 20 to 30 years old, I'm guessing, somewhere in that range. So as you can see from this neighborhood, it has a really nice feel to it. Big, lush trees, kind of reaching over the street, which is a very nice feeling when you drive through. So it's a very cool feeling. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like this year round. This is still kind of the summer, so the leaves are going to start falling pretty soon on a lot of these trees. Some of them obviously don't, like the pines and stuff, but a lot of these trees are going to end up losing their leaves and changing colors pretty soon. But very nice, very lush and green. Huge park on the left-hand side for the school there. More neighborhoods similar to what we just drove through on the right here. So this is a very nice, kind of a mixture of established and brand new as well. So kind of a nice spot here. All right, so we took a left from Overland and we're going south on Linder. It's the South Linder, actually. I kind of got detoured. I wasn't planning on going all the way down here, but they closed the road down, which they often do when they're doing construction around here. There's a lot of construction, but this will show you kind of the outskirts of it's kind of the outskirts of Meridian on the south side. So it gets very rural, kind of like in my other videos, where anytime we go away from the downtown or stores, it just gets very quickly it gets to a rural environment. So as we go this way, this is farmland, a lot of open space, horses, cows, a little bit of farming over here, but really pretty, very open. So as I've said in my previous videos, this is one of the coolest things I think about living out in Idaho, especially Ada County and Canyon County, just because we do have that the city stuff. We have stuff you'll be familiar with if you've lived in a major city or near a major city in some kind of suburb, where you have malls and you have big restaurants and stuff, a lot of activities, and then just like 3 minutes drive and you get to this. It's pretty cool. So what we're heading towards right now, since we got detoured, I was going to go straight down 10 Mile. We'll probably hit 10 Mile anyways. Actually, I think we might take it right on 10 Mile actually. So let's take a right here at the detour here at 10 Mile. 10 Mile is another major road, kind of like Linder. So if you live in Meridian, chances are you're going to be dealing with 10 Mile. And we're coming up to that Overland, so this road's blocked. That's why we had to make a little detour. But it was kind of nice to see that area, so I'm not upset with the fact we had to go over there. So that's a nice to show. All right, and so we're approaching the freeways again over here. So we're gonna cross over the freeway here in a minute. So we're going to be going north parallel to Eagle on the western side of Eagle Road. So we're west of Eagle. All right, so we just passed over the freeway there. So on the left-hand side here, we're going to be coming up on a very large, it's like a condo development of some kind there. We've got a few, looks like some lofts that you can rent, 10 Mile lofts on the right-hand side, apartments. Got a bank, got a few stores and restaurants in here. We're going to cruise down here and kind of show what this side looks like. It would be extremely difficult for me to show every single part of Meridian. You would never want to watch the whole video, but these are even kind of long. So, but I hope this just gives you kind of an idea of what it feels like to drive around here. There's a little bit of everything here in Meridian, just like every town in Ada and Canyon County. So, but this will give you kind of an idea, and if you are looking at a house in a certain area, maybe I drove through it, so it'll give you kind of a cool little drive through. But if not, they all look really similar. Some are a little more green, some are a little bit bigger, some are a little smaller. So you got to look at your price point, kind of see what you can afford and what you want to spend, and then how far you are from the stores and everything. I think being somewhere in this area is nice if you want to be in Meridian, because you're a little far away from the main hectic drag of Eagle Road, but it's only like a 10-minute drive to get to, like, say, that mall that we were at earlier. So it's not that bad. There's lots of stores around here, a little bit more established, nice green areas. This isn't brand new, but it's got brand new housing nearby. And as we go further north, there's a lot of new developments that we're gonna drive by. I'll probably end up driving through one more just to kind of show you something more in the center of Meridian, so kind of off the main drag, but still really close to like a Walmart or something like that. So, all right, so we're getting more into like a residential. These are a little bit more established areas. Looks like there's a golf course on the left-hand side with a community on it there. On the right, we have some 20, 30-year-old houses there. It's like another established community on the right-hand side there. So here we're approaching U-Stick. And U-Stick is, I wouldn't say a major road, but it's a fairly major road that goes east and west. So that's another road that you might run into. Another one that we're going to approach soon is called McMillan. That's another, not a major road, but it's another road that I use a lot. I don't even live in Meridian, and I use it a lot. So it's another road that you'll see, and that goes east. That's parallel to U-Stick, just to the north of it. So, and then that'll hit Eagle Road. Same with U-Stick. U-Stick will hit Eagle. As I was saying, there's a grid pattern. So, all right. So we're approaching McMillan Road. So this is where they have the Walmart. And then if you continue, which they close the road down, of course, we're going to take a left here anyways. But look, if you go left, if you go straight there, you'll hit a Costco on the left-hand side as well. So this is the Walmart in this area. So this area, there's a lot of new communities. So this is another example of some newer houses, kind of a mixture. There's some CBH homes, and then there's some other ones. I think Toll Brothers has a bunch of homes over here. Some big communities. The ones on the left I know have been here for at least 4 or 5 years. Some of these were just finished last year, so kind of a mixture, but still really new. Some of these they're just breaking ground on, so I think they just sold off the land maybe like last year, and then now they're starting to develop it. So if you're looking for a new home, and that's kind of the easier route to go with, because you can kind of design it the way you want. There's a lot of opportunity in this area to get something brand new that hasn't even really been built yet, or maybe it's just starting to be built. And if you put your money down, you can make the customizations. On the right hand side, all the green houses there, those might be Toll Brothers, I can't tell, but they're looks like they're adding on to the for another phase of that community. That's a massive community there. I know there's at least 2 big pools in there. We can take a ride inside here actually, because these houses, a lot of these were just built a couple years ago. Some were finished last year. We have friends that live in here, and they just moved into their house last year. And then we have ones that are just being built, like we just saw there. So you can drive through here and take a look. So I know they have at least 2 pools in here. This is called the Oaks North on this side here. It looks like there's just buildings, so I'm not going to drive through there. Looks like there's a sales office, so I'll take a left here in case you want something new. So these are the model homes here. So on both sides, it looks like we have model homes, quite a few different models to choose from here. So these are nice houses, very, very nice, and I've been in a few of them myself. They're really nice looking. If we go straight through, they're just building those. Those aren't moved into yet, so we'll avoid that. And then on the right-hand side here, we have a little pond here. I believe they have fish in there, a little dock there. And then there's a nice pool sitting here. They may have closed it down already. I'm not sure. It's like nobody's in there, but... So we're not gonna go over to the Chinden side just because of the distance we would have to go around. But Chinden's another road where there's a lot of new development. So if you see Chinden somewhere, I don't know if they have houses on Chinden. It's a major road, but they have a lot of new buildings they're building there. They have brand new restaurants and banks and stores that they're building there on Chinden. Chinden's very, very long. They have a huge church there, so it's a major road. So a lot of these roads connect with Chinden, especially in Meridian. Chinden's kind of the major spot. It goes all the way through into Boise. So looks like we have some other houses, some new houses here. So this is kind of the outskirts of Meridian. We're going to be approaching Star Road here pretty soon, and then take a ride on Star Road. So so that's kind of the bulk of the Meridian tour. So Meridian for the most part has a little bit of everything. You really can't go wrong with Meridian. you can kind of get something more outside and get some acreage and still be in Meridian. The majority of houses you're going to see that are new especially are going to be in tract communities like we just drove through. So if you get something a little bit older, a little more established, and you want to get that acreage, like an acre or two, you're going to be kind of on the outside of the center of it, which is fine. Eventually it's going to catch up. It's going to meet you out there. So probably not a bad investment actually to do that, especially if that's what you want, is to have some acreage. That's kind of what you're going to have to do. So hopefully that gave you kind of some insight into what it looks like in Meridian and what it would be like to drive around here. If you have any questions for us, feel free to give us a call, or you can go on idahopulse.com and you can leave us an email directly through there if you'd like to do that. We have a team of people that can give you a hand. We can answer questions. If you do need real estate, of course we do that, but even if you just have questions about the area or anything like that we can help you with, feel free to drop us an email. We try to respond to everything as fast as possible. So in any case, if you want to like and subscribe to our video, that would help us dramatically with growing our channel and kind of getting more exposure for people so they can see our videos. We plan on covering things that are going on in the community, kind of showing people what's going on around Idaho and in Canyon and Ada County, especially Treasure Valley. So please like and subscribe. It helps us out. And in any case, I hope you liked the video, and check out our other ones. If you're thinking about moving to Meridian, doesn't hurt to check out some of the other videos and kind of see the surrounding areas as well. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. All right, guys, so we just took you on a tour around the city of Meridian. So let us know what you think in the comments of this place. So we think it's a pretty nice place to live. Showed you around some parks, showed you around some residential areas, showing you what it's like to maybe drive around a little bit and see the areas that you might want to go to visit, to go to restaurants and whatnot. So hope you enjoyed the video, and like and subscribe if you want to see more, and otherwise hope to see you out here in Meridian.